San Diego Comic-Con 2016 has wrapped up and it felt like Christmas in July. We fans were gifted with numerous trailers, teasers, and other goodies from every movie studio you could think of. One of the biggest pieces of news came from our overlords at Marvel Studios who announced who will be taking up the mantle of Captain Marvel in the MCU. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Brie Larson to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hey! Applause. Ms. Larson will be portraying Miss Carol Danvers, aka the superhero Captain Marvel, on the big screen for the first time. Hell yeah. There have been campaigns to have numerous actresses cast for the role, but Brie really feels like the right fit, and I can't wait to see her take on intergalactic threats and fly around to answer my marriage proposal. What was that? After this news broke, many of you reached out to me on social media asking for a 101 about Captain Marvel, what she can do, what's her history, and so on. It's been in the back of my mind for a while, but after all this gift-giving that occurred at Comic-Con, I think I'll keep the train a-moving. Here's a quick rundown of the history of Carol Danvers, aka Miss Marvel, aka Captain Marvel. Now to be clear, there are way too many Miss Marvels and Captain Marvels or Captain Marvels if you want to be that guy at the party. Right now, I will tell the abridged backstory of the first Captain Marvel so we can get to Carol. Captain Marvel was this alien soldier, specifically Kree, who was sent to Earth to do some recon on the planet's inhabitants and report back about any technological advances, blah, blah, blah. Marvel eventually turned his back on the Kree Empire and became protector of Earth. Hooray! Fast forward a little bit, Captain Marvel working undercover at a US Air Force base where a certain Ms. Carol Danvers worked as the chief security officer. An accident occurs and then bam! Some of Marvel's Kree DNA merges with Carol's human DNA, and after a few issues, she starts exhibiting powers and abilities. Carol then took on the secret identity of Miss Marvel and starts fighting crime. Yeah. From there, Carol Danvers went on to have a challenging superhero career. She joined the Avengers, which was great, and there was this one time when she surprised found out that she was pregnant, and then she gave birth almost immediately after. She then found out that she was impregnated with a clone of an Avengers villain, and she leaves to raise the clone in another dimension with the father, and the Avengers just let her go. No one saw any problems with this storyline when they were writing it. Yay, different time. Well, eventually Miss Marvel returned to the Avengers and said, "Fuck you guys," and peaced out. Carol then had her powers and psyche absorbed by the mutant rogue. Damn, it is a real bummer of a backstory. Carol, now with her memories wiped, went to work at the Pentagon and even gained some new cosmic abilities under the name Binary during her space adventures, which is kind of fun, and then got depowered a little bit and became Warbird when she returned to Earth as an Avenger. Eventually, Carol took back the mantle of Miss Marvel from the other two heroes that happened to be using that name. It's complicated. After the events of House of M, a Marvel Universe altering event where, in one story, showed Carol Danvers as one of the world's most popular superheroes, going by Captain instead of Miss. After the universe was reset, Miss Marvel got her own title, ran her own Avengers team, and finally, she became the new Captain Marvel. Also, the other Captain Marvel was kinda so they are in need of a new one. As of right now, Cav is tangled in that Civil War II business, leads the Ultimates, and has her own solo series. Carol is making quite the name for herself as one of the Marvel Universe's premier characters. As for the Miss Marvel title, Kamala Khan took up that mantle, and she's utterly fantastic. But her story is for another video. Carol has been a member of or worked with many of Marvel's premier teams, from the previously mentioned Avengers, X-Men, Guardians of the Galaxy, and even the lesser-known teams such as the Starjammers and so on. You know, your favorite team. Starjammers. As for her powers and abilities, besides her military training, Captain Marvel possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability, also flight, energy absorption, and projection, and she can fly through the vacuum of space. Pretty neat. Basics when it comes to superpowers. Still pretty cool, and she got a pretty rad costume. As to how this will all translate to the Captain Marvel solo movie, I don't know, not a clue. How do you think this character will debut on the big screen? What elements of her origin do you think will be adapted? And what do you think will be left behind? Carol's history is tricky, so good luck, Brie. You'll do great. And that's it for me. What are some of your favorite Carol Danvers storylines? What other comic booky superhero topics should I talk about in the future? Let me know down below. Like this video when you get a sec, share it on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to this channel. Check out all the other 101 videos when you get bored, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm Sam. What are some other iconic alternate universe or Elseworld storylines that everyone should hear about? Let's find out. Can we get a number 10 graphic, please? That's backwards 7. There we go.